we are doing an anime tier list, and I really wanted to do one because even though I really like anime, shonen anime are really where the bread and butter is. Some shows like Bleach to have a 1,000-year blood arc and then like normal, I put in two separate categories because I have very different things to say about both of them. So there's a few Bleach and things like that. So this is Dragon Ball Super. Okay, Dragon Ball overall is probably, for the longest time, it's probably my favorite anime, let alone favorite shonen, for a long time. But Dragon Ball Super, I think I'm gonna put Dragon Ball Super under fine. So many issues with how it started, from animation to loopholes to what they did to Gohan again. I don't know. I think it's all right. Okay, these are not as shuffled as I thought they were. Okay, well, Dragon Ball is what started it all for me. I'm a 90s kid. I love Dragon Ball. I love the Faulkner score. I love everything about it. Like Kai is fine. I know probably objectively Kai is better. But Kai is probably better, but something about the Faulkner score, I can't watch Kai because I grew up with that score. So Dragon Ball Z's God's here. That's no question. I don't even have to think about that one. Okay, Bleach. I'm going to put Bleach under pretty damn great. I like Bleach a lot. Bleach has some of my favorite anime moments. I mean, hearing Bankai, some of my favorite moments. I mean, there's so many things I can love about Bleach. I can't hate Bleach. I don't think I really ever can. I thought I was gonna not get into controversy this quickly. So Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. I don't like it. Here's the issue I have with Blood War. So many the inconsistency with power scaling. I'm really big when it comes to power scaling. Do you remember in the first season when all the people got their Bankai stolen, right? And Mayuri said, you know, don't use your Bankais because it's gonna get stolen. So let's see what they can do. We can use our Shikais. Every captain proceeded to use their Bankai immediately. We're so surprised it got stolen. All right. So I'll stop the rant on Bleach, but power scaling, at the end of the day, the biggest issue is power scaling. Yeah, that's the end of the day. All right, next one is My Hero. I like My Hero. My Hero was very up and down for me. I think it's very good. But at the end of the day, I think My Hero is a very solid shonen. It's a little bit overhyped, just a little bit. I don't like Shigarashi. I think that's what it is. I really don't like him as a villain. What do we have here? Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Season 2 is kind of perfect. It's somewhere between here, but you know, for now I'm gonna give pretty damn great. But I like JJK and I like Yuji. I like all the main characters a lot. So yeah, I think pretty damn great is a good spot for it. So JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I haven't seen enough to judge. There's only gonna be like 4 or 5 of these. So I watched the whole first season of JoJo and I thought it was fine. It just wasn't for me. I saw a lot of JoJo stuff out of context. I think it's funny. I think a lot of stuff I see out of context is really cool, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't for me. All right, let's see. We got Sword Art. I will put Sword Art under fine. And I think it's also because of how fluctuating the seasons were for me. Season 1, or at least part 1 with SAO, was fantastic. It's almost like a 9 out of 10. LAO was like a 5. Gun Gale was like a 7, but I really like Alicization was like an 8. It's kind of all over the place. Every arc is just hits very different for me. Yeah, I think Sword Art's a fine. I would give it like a 6.5 out of 10. Baruto. I haven't seen enough to judge. I don't want to watch Baruto. I've seen the first 20 episodes of Baruto, which was apparently filler. I don't care. I can't watch it. I absolutely can't. What else we got? Oh God, okay. I hate this show. I do not think this show is fun. I do not think it's funny. It's almost supposed to be like a Gintama kind of show. Just unfunny and bad in every regard. We have the original Yu-Gi-Oh! This one ends right before Yu-Gi-Oh! GX starts. That's fine. I liked it a lot. I like Duelist Kingdom. I like Battle City. I liked, there was a filler after that, which I didn't watch, but after that, it came in, it was the finale where Yugi and the Pharaoh fought. But so far, I think even the order of these, I think the order of these are even correct. I like this list a lot so far. So Gintama, I don't like a lot of parody anime shows like this. I don't think most of them are funny. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be kind of like a Mashal kind of thing, but either way, it just really wasn't for me. All right, we have Attack on Titan. I don't know where I want to put Attack on Titan. I think I'm gonna put Attack on Titan in pretty damn great. All these shows are shonen. I know that's what the list is called, so like obviously. Attack on Titan is technically seinen. And I think there's another show on here that's also technically seinen as well. And the reason I'm putting them on there is I feel like Attack on Titan can pass off as a very shonen show. A very shonen-esque show that has a lot of shonen characteristics. I loved the first 2 or 3 seasons, except for where he was screaming in the cave for 5 episodes. Once they introduced a mind ward time fuckery kind of thing, it lost me for a bit. I dropped Attack on Titan and the manga when that happened. Sticking the landing of that long running show is always the most impressive part of this to me, which is why, you know, a non-anime show like Game of Thrones is why to me it failed so hard. I think it's better than Bleach at the end of the day, even though I probably had more fun watching Bleach. So next, I have Dragon Ball GT. I have a lot of fond memories from Dragon Ball GT. It's fine. It's like the tail end of fine though. It's definitely not great, I can tell you that. The lost episodes, I'm doing air quotes, the lost episodes as they call it in the English dub, and the I think it had 4 arcs, just did not do it, and the whole thing was like brought to a standstill. So I think Dragon Ball GT is just fine for me. Kuriko's basketball, I don't care, it's pretty damn great. If you like shonen shows, but you think you won't like it because it's sports, there's no fucking basketball being played here. These are battles for wills. It's amazing. Blue Lock. I've not seen season 2, but I love Blue Lock. Actually, I'm waiting till season 3 is announced and I will binge all of season 2. And that's kind of what I'm waiting on because I've heard disappointing things from it. Season 1, goddamn near flawless. All right, 7 Deadly Sins. I did not finish 7 Deadly Sins. I probably will not finish 7 Deadly Sins, but I have seen enough for it to judge. I think it's better. I think it's better than Sword Art. I feel like it got out of hand so quickly. Like between season 2 and 3, just so many things happened. And also Studio Dean animated one of the seasons, and I did not care for it, like at all. I thought it was anime really bad. Duel Masters is a poor man's Yugi, but it's like a 2. Duel Masters is not how you do it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the art. I didn't like the motives. I didn't like the cards. I didn't like the rules. I didn't like anything about Duel Masters. Inuyasha. Inuyasha is an interesting show. Inuyasha is the only anime I can think of that is equal parts shonen and equal parts shoujo. Yeah, I think putting it under fine is good. The problem with Inuyasha is that there's so much filler and nonsense that happens. It really feels like only 130 episodes are actually canon. Don't quote me on that. Him getting to Tetsaiga for the first time and finding Shishomaru. The first 2 times were amazing. A lot of great and memorable characters. It's a classic. Pokemon. Now, I did not watch past Johto, and I do not remember Johto's anime as much. Boy, it is. Do I like Pokemon more than 7 Deadly Sins? It's somewhere here. It's funny because, you know what? I think it's something like this. The problem with Pokemon, in my opinion, is I don't like Team Rocket. I think Team Rocket is too present. I think them showing up in literally every episode, because I think it's literally every episode they show up, I feel really bogs down the pacing of what could be a really well-paced show. And I understand it's for kids. I understand that's why they do it. It's every episode's kind of the same kind of feeling for the most part. This is good enough. I might switch it up later, but this is good enough. Blue Exorcist. Okay, this is gonna be season 1 of Blue Exorcist. Season 1 of Blue Exorcist had filler. The first half of it follows the manga beat for beat. The second half of it, I guess they thought they didn't have enough material and they pulled a Full Metal, and they just went off the rails, did their own thing, introduced new characters way too early, and they kind of just solved the entire thing in 1 season. And I liked it a lot, actually. I thought season 1 of Blue Exorcist was very good. I actually liked it more than Super. I'm not gonna lie. Fairy Tail. The first half of Fairy Tail, after episode 175 of Fairy Tail, they took a break for a few years. The manga kept going, the anime kept catching up to the manga, they kept doing too much filler, so they just took a break. At this point, Fairy Tail is amazing. All right, So the next one is D Gray Man. D Gray Man has one season of complete filler for the most part, and that's season 2, which is like episode 26 to like 48 or something like that. But at the end of the day, D Gray Man is a solid show. It's one of my favorite shonens of all time. I will admit that it has a lot of lows. It's weird because I like D Gray Man more than Bleach, but I think Bleach is overall more entertaining than D Gray Man. Yeah, I think that is the case. I also put it under very good. It's not for everyone, but it's definitely for me. We got Shaman King. I like Shaman King. I like Shaman King a lot. But remember when I said about sticking the landing on an ending? Shaman King's cups you at the end so hard, it's almost unforgivable. Fate Unlimited Blade Works. I've said this before and I'll say this every time this comes up. Shonen in general, I think the show, specifically Unlimited Blade Works, has a lot more shonen-esque qualities than others. Kind of like Attack on Titan has a lot of shonen moments, so I kind of gave it a pass. I like it a lot. I like Fate Unlimited Blade Works a lot. All right. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is a very interesting show. I think Demon Slayer is probably one of the best looking anime I've seen. And when I watched the parts that I saw in the anime as I was reading them, and I came to the realization that I think Demon Slayer is just a really pretty show with an okay story. But either way, I like Demon Slayer. I won't back on it. This show is just balls to the walls fun. I recommend it to everyone. If you like shonen, I don't have much to say about it because no one really knows about it, but it's a great show. Hunter x Hunter is literally my favorite anime. Hunter x Hunter is what every shonen should be. It's a really compelling opening with the Hunter exam, a little slow but pretty compelling. Turns into a battle shonen, then turns into a mafia battle shonen. I can't explain it. There's too much to go into. There's no filler in Hunter x Hunter. It's 148 episodes. I recommend it to everyone. It is the best anime, the best shonen. The Ant arc ended in the most perfect way. I almost cried. I've never done that before in a shonen. Full Metal Alchemist. It's right there. I can't give Full Metal Alchemist anything lower than this. It is amazing. Everything about it is well thought out. It's a great story. They took their time with it. If you haven't watched a lot of anime, start with this. It's one of the best anime to start with. All right, the original Naruto. The original Naruto is pretty close to perfect. It has good power scaling up in the original Naruto anyway. Either way, watch Naruto. Naruto Shippuden is a very good show. I struggle with Shippuden because of filler, and shonen culture around anime has definitely changed. Anime used to be just, let's just keep pumping out anime episodes. What if it catches up to the manga? Who cares? Just make more episodes. That's why half of Naruto Shippuden is completely filler. Like 50% of that show is 100% filler. And also, Naruto has a problem with letting people die. Naruto cannot let people die to save their life. I don't get it. I do not understand it. It makes zero sense to me. Yu Yu Hakusho is probably tied with Full Metal. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Soma. Another show that's definitely not battling, but there's a lot of battling. I think Soma's pretty damn great. Soma's a really fun show. It's kind of like Kuroko and Blue Lock, where there's so much subtext happening and you see their wills fighting and battling. And there's also a JoJo's reference where they're doing a JoJo fight, but they're cooking. So yeah, I don't think Soma is better than Attack on Titan, but I do think Soma is better than everything on Very Good so far. Manga's a weird show. Season 1 is very okay. Season 2 is amazing. And I wish we got a season 3. Very good. Is it better than Demon Slayer? Yeah, I think it's better than Demon Slayer. Kenshin. Okay, so this is the new poster for Kenshin, but I'm gonna go off the 90s anime of Kenshin. I like Kenshin a lot. There's a lot of slow moments in Kenshin that really kill the pacing, but I think I'll put it under very good. I think I'll put it at the top of very good. One Piece. And this is the whole reason I made this section. I have not seen enough of One Piece. There's too many fucking episodes of One Piece. One Piece is a very good show. I think I've only seen 50 episodes, which is only a 20th of that goddamn show. So I just haven't seen enough to judge. I'll just leave it right here. Okay, so if we have a comic to kill, it's probably considered seinen. But I think there's so many shonen elements of it, but it has a nice twist on shonen. I love a Akame ga Kill. The animation quality is amazing. The fights are amazing. and the quality of the show's animation never drops. Digimon. I think Digimon is fine. I was like, it's not as good as I remember, but I still appreciated it. It's still a good show. Let's see, Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8. I actually don't know if it's a shonen because I only saw the first season. So I'm just gonna say it's a shonen. I feel it's good enough. I'm gonna put it under pretty damn great. Everything about it was really interesting. All right, so Seraph of the End. I think Seraph the End was such an underrated show, at least season 2. I wanna put it probably at the end of pretty damn great. I'm actually reading the manga right now. I don't think it's better than Attack on Titan. I don't think it's better than Akame ga Kill. It might be better than Bleach in a vacuum, maybe, but I think the spot's good for it right now. Windbreakers. Windbreakers just gives you a feeling, like it just gets you hype. I love Windbreakers. Oh snap. I think Windbreakers is a fantastic show, but I actually do think I like Kaiju a little better though. And you know, actually, let's move this over 1, 2. Yeah. One Punch Man. A lot of people don't consider One Punch Man a shonen. A lot of people consider it a comedy that parries a shonen. I think season 1 is a comedy that parries a shonen. That being said, I don't really care for One Punch Man. I think One Punch Man is fine. I think it's a fun show. Orient is a garbage anime. Orient is a garbage anime. So after I read it, I was like, okay, let me just binge the show, and I watched the whole first season. That's a bad show. Everything about it's stupid. I didn't like any of it. Moving on. Oh, Haikyuu. I like Haikyuu. I didn't finish Haikyuu because I thought Haikyuu was gonna end. But what I watched of Haikyuu, I really liked. Oh shit, Fire Force. That sure is an anime. Fire Force is fine. Mega Man NT Warrior. And that show is just fine. There you go. Damachi. I feel like this is shonen enough where most people that like shonen would watch this show. I like Damachi quite a bit. I want to put Damachi right there. And mainly because as much as I like Damachi, I don't think it had the high moments. It's kind of in this weird space of very good, but I kind of don't know where to put them, and I kind of don't know how to organize this whole row. I put Irregular on here. That's interesting. It's good. I think it's a very good show. I do think Irregular is better than most of these shows at the end of the day. Beyblade. Okay. I was definitely on a WB morning kick or something. And you know what? Fuck it. Beyblade is better than Dragon Ball GT. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yes, that is correct. So the last 2 shows on here, Black Clover and Saint Seiya. I have not seen enough of those shows. So let's organize these shows a little bit nicer. Bobobo is the worst anime that exists. I have not seen a show worse than this. This is last. Orient is better than Duel Masters, but I mean, 1's a 2 and 1's a 3. Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War, specifically 1,000 Year Blood War is bad. I went on a rant about it when I put it on here. It's inconsistent. It's bad power scaling. Why? Why would you kill the leader of the medical corps? Digimon? I think Yu-Gi-Oh is better than Digimon. Yeah, I could say Sword Art is better than Pokemon, sure. Why not? 7 Deadly Sins is not better than Sword Art. Dragon Ball Super. It's probably better than Shaman King. It's probably better than Blue Exorcist. I see a lot of people's list, and Attack on Titan is God tier, and it's not like I don't get why. But at the end of the day, I just don't like it as much as the shows in God tier. And then we have God tier. God tier is, I thought I had 5 shows in God tier, but I guess not. Dragon Ball Z, I mean, I don't know what to say. Everything about it, the Frieza saga, the Cell saga, Boo saga is still my favorite saga. Or I mean, actually, no, I'm sorry, Frieza saga is my favorite saga, but Boo is probably my favorite villain. Yu Yu Hakusho, fantastic as well. There is the tournament arc, Dark Tournament, which is arguably the best tournament saga in all of anime. The only problem I have with Yu Yu Hakusho is the only reason it's not above Full Metal, and that is the power scaling at the end of the show gets so out of hand I can't ignore it. Full Metal Alchemist, just Brotherhood. The original one is also great. I love it, but I can't put it on this list. That show is depressing. But Brotherhood, I mean, if you don't watch a lot of anime, you don't know where to start, watch Brotherhood. Brotherhood is easily one of the best shonens I've ever seen. And then we have what is the best anime, the best shonen, everything. Hunter x Hunter is peak shonen. Hunter x Hunter is what all anime should be. The fact that it pulls at your heartstrings with Komugi, with Cell's doppelganger is amazing. Everything about Hunter x Hunter is damn near perfect. But yes, that is my tier list. What do you guys think? Let me know. But thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.